Rest is not something you hear very often, especially in the oil and gas industry where we actively take rest. But I believe that rest is essential for growth. Matt and I talk about it often of like when you go and train and you work out, the time in the gym is not actually when you get stronger. The time running, that's not actually when you get stronger. The time at work is not actually when you get better at the task. It's in the rest period. It's when you go home and you sleep and you recover and you eat well that your muscles knit back together and get stronger from the time in the gym. It's the rest from work when you go home and you sit on the back patio with the fire and you just look up at the sky and you think about your day and you talk it over with your spouse, that you begin to see the connections and the solutions to the problem. It's in the quiet moments that we get stronger and smarter so that the next time we go to work, we are better equipped. Rest, I believe, is one of the most important things. I believe that it's probably why God made us have the need to sleep. Have you ever thought about that? Like, why do we need to sleep? I think he's trying to teach us something very simple here, and it's that you have to rest. I'm pulling this from the Bible. Again, it's my source of truth in all things, and so I look to it to give me answers and guidance. And so when we talk about sacred rest here at H&J, I think of this scripture, and it comes from the second chapter in the whole book, Genesis chapter 2, and it says, so the creation of heavens and the creation of earth and everything in them was completed. And on the seventh day, God had finished his work of creation, so he rested from all his work. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because it was the day when he rested from all his work of creation. I don't know if any of you know this, but holy day, right? The Sabbath is a holy day, which also we use for holiday, is now where we get this concept of holiday, right? Like we have holidays throughout the year where we celebrate and we take time off, hopefully. Some of you guys I know don't get these holidays off. Work never stops sometimes, and so I understand that. But how do you find rest when the world we live in doesn't allow for rest, or the job you have doesn't allow for rest? And I think there's not only like weekly rhythms that God set up, there's monthly rhythms, there's yearly rhythms, but in our daily life, in the day-to-day moments, man, there's a way to get up and operate from a place of rest, right? We get a good night's sleep is probably step one, right? We get a healthy meal. We replenish the nutrients that our body needs to actively work at its peak performance, right? But then there's also a peace that comes from within, right? Meditation and prayer and reading the scriptures allow you to just like lock into this mindset of peace. And we operate from a place of rest, which is difficult to do. And this is not something that I hold myself to a perfect standard for by any means. But I'm saying, if 4 out of the 7 days a week I can get up and I can get quiet with the Lord, that puts me in a state of restfulness because I'm not dependent on myself. I'm dependent on him. And so, but practically too, me and my wife, we rest once a week. We're lucky enough to have a schedule where it's a Monday through Friday job. And so Fridays at 6 p.m. to Saturdays at 6 p.m., I try to protect that time as much as possible just to be me and my family and resting. Man, what that has allowed us to do is to set intentional time aside to not worry about work, to not worry about the house or the yard or our finances or all the other extracurricular activities we have going on. But it's just time to set aside to be still, to be a family, to eat together, to laugh together, and to rest. We go to work to make a living, and we forget to make a life. And these little holidays, these little holy days, these Sabbath rests really allow us to enjoy the fruit of our labor. Don't wait until you're 65 and you can retire to begin enjoying the fruits of your labor. Do that in a very small way, whether it's just morning coffee or dinners or, little weekend trips or on your, 2 weeks off or whatever, taking trips with your family, man, you've got to seize the moment. You've got to enjoy the life you're making today and not put it off for tomorrow. Just like you got to work hard for today and not put it off for tomorrow, you got to enjoy today and not put off for tomorrow. And so I think the seventh day Sabbath is a rhythm that God put in place for us to just weekly remind ourselves, hey, connect with God, love our family, work hard, but also enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. Don't just put your head down and grind for 40 years and then wake up and forget how to live and laugh and love, right? And so for me, sacred rest is holy. It's set apart time. It's something that doesn't look like my everyday. It's a very distinct time in my life where I enjoy the life I'm living. I hope this helps. I hope something I said today kind of just sparks an idea for some of you. If you have any questions or thoughts, or you want to talk to me about these things and go deeper into these concepts, I'd love to just get a cup of coffee, chat over the phone, email back and forth, whatever is easy for you. But man, let's work hard. Let's love the people around us, and let's not forget to smell the roses. Right? We got to enjoy the journey because life is short. So make the most of it. Right? Hey, listen, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all for joining in and tuning in today. If you need anything, just give me a shout. See you.